Choosing your starter is one thing, but building a team that can actually carries you through the early game, that's where most beginners out there struggle. So today, I'm breaking down what I believe is the #1 best starter team. Made of champions that you can actually get, no crazy pulls needed. If you're just starting out or looking to rebuild a free-to-play account, now this is the video you will want to take notes on. Let's get started. What's up guys, this is Bobby, welcome back to the channel. I'm super happy that you're here. First off, I want to talk about why your early game team matters more than just chasing raw power or random legendaries. What is important to note is that synergy beats stats, especially early on. You don't just want strong champions, you want champions that work well together. A good early game composition gives you the opportunity to clear campaign faster, also farm gear more efficiently, and push through key dungeons like Dragon or Minotaur's Labyrinth without stalling out. It also sets you up for Clan Boss, one of the most rewarding parts of the game, and trust me, you will want to be ready for this grind. Stop what you're doing right now and click on my link in the description to get the free Karato as well as 3 more free epic champs as you level up. Let me show you how. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch rate and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Make sure to use the promo code Desert Queen as well to get a free 200 rack in addition to your free Karato, Fane, Ugo and Vergus. Click my link right now before it expires. My first advice for every beginner out there would be to focus on the farmable champs and work with what you have, okay? Why focus on farmable champs, you may ask? First off, because they are guaranteed. You don't have to rely on chart RNG or hope you pull the right epic. You can go get them today for free just by farming campaign. And the best part is that some of these champs might carry you through not only early game, but mid to late game. A great example of such a champion is War Maiden, of course, if you manage to build her right. But in the beginning, it's very important to focus mostly on what you have in the easy to obtain champs. Now, as you might already know if you've been playing Raid for some time now, or maybe you're just starting out, you have to know that you have some key roles to build. The core roles we need on our starter team, and not only on the starter team, but on the team in general, is definitely first off a damage dealer. A damage dealer that most times is your starter champ. That could be Elhain, Ethel, Kayle, or Gallic. I would not personally recommend Gallic. It's just my opinion, but if you have chosen Gallic, you're free to go, you know. Next off, we have a support champ or debuffer. The third most important role on the team is going to be cleanser or healer. Next off, we have turn meter or crowd control. And finally, we have utility champ. Those are the most important roles that you need to keep in mind when you're building your starter team. Now, my #1 recommended starter team, it's strong, it's farmable, and it's free to play friendly team. So let me show it to you. First off, we have the main DPS. This is gonna be either Elhain. Elhain is a good pick for your starter. She can really help you to clear waves, but I would personally recommend you guys start with Kayle. Kayle is amazing. He's gonna help you not only in the early game but also mid to late game. I'm still using my Kayle. He's my main damage dealer in Clan Boss. He's best early AoE poisoner also, and he can solo campaign early on. After you have chosen your starter, I forgot to mention that Ethel is also another great option for your starter. If I have to give them a ranking, Kayle would be my first choice, then Ethel, Elhain, and finally Gallic, unfortunately. But I just think that's how things are, actually. In my opinion, of course, you're free to have your own, but I would recommend starting with Kayle. As for the next role, we need a support or debuffer. For that purpose, a great champion would be the good old War Maiden. She can actually help you in many areas, not only early game, but I'm talking here mid to late game. War Maiden is a great debuffer. She has AoE defense, decreased defense, which is huge for damage scaling. Also, what is more cool about War Maiden is that she's placing 50% increase attack on herself and places extra hit if her attack is critical. She also places a little bit of poison that could be of help to you. Her reviews are great. She's great for arena, faction wars. The reviews, the ratings are kind of high. I would personally recommend using War Maiden against waves in campaign and also the arena. She can really help you progress in a lot of areas, and she can really increase the damage of the whole team, and this is very crucial, especially when you're starting out. Like I told you, War Maiden can help you progress in many areas. The moment you unlock Cursed City and secret rooms in Doom Tower, you can bring War Maiden there. She can help you progress in those areas as well. Also, Faction Wars is another place that War Maiden would shine. And now I want to move on to the next champion. I want to show you guys another very useful champ you can use. For example, if you don't want to use War Maiden or you haven't get her yet, instead of her you can use Shield Guard. This is probably the most useful uncommon champ in the whole game. Like, I don't know if there is more useful uncommon than Shield Guard. Why is he that good though? First off, Shield Guard has big AoE hit. On his A2 he attacks all enemy and fills his own turn meter by 20% on each critical hit. Damage inflicted is proportional to defense. And the other very useful thing that can come in handy when it comes to Shield Guard, this is his A1 main. It has 30% chance of placing 50% decreased defense debuff, which is great and awesome. We have his passive that removes one debuff from himself each turn, which is very strong if you manage to build Shield Guard the right way. And by that I mean he needs enough speed, enough crit rate, and enough critical damage. That way he could really shine and actually really help you out. Some players even use him in mid to late game. He can also solo Minotaur's Labyrinth if you manage to get him up to level 60, ascend him, and fully book him. He can really shine out. Now moving on to our next role on the team, and this is our healer main. We definitely are gonna need a healer if you want a good synergy and a well-structured team. So for this purpose, Apothecary is a great option for our first healer. Apothecary is an early game MVP, not only because he places 30% increased speed buff for 2 turns, he also fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%, but the most cool thing about him is that he heals the target ally by 35% HP. This heal can be critical. Also, we have his aura, which increases ally defense in dungeons by 21. So I would say very massive, especially in the early game. However, Apothecary unfortunately cannot be obtained through farming campaign. So there are 2 ways for you to get your hands on Apothecary. This is either by opening mystery shards. Like the chances for you to get an Apothecary from mystery shards are very extremely low. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, but the chances for you to get Apothecary from an ancient shard are pretty much higher. This is, I believe, the only way to get your hands on Apothecary, but guys, you shouldn't despair. I would say, especially in the beginning when you're lacking champs, my advice is to actually open some of your ancient shards. Maybe not everything, but at least something, because in the beginning, I am talking from personal experience. When I was starting my free-to-play account, I was lacking anything, man. I didn't have any champions, and it's very hard to progress when you don't have champions. So my advice is to just open a few shards until you get a good champion that you can work with. Now, let's say we're looking for easy to obtain support champ. My recommendation would go to Spirit Host. She's one of the best early game support champs out there. She has healing. She can heal herself with her A1. She increases ally speed by 10%. Another great thing about our spirit host is that she removes all debuffs on all allies and places a block debuffs buff. What's more is that she's placing 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Basically, this increased attack buff can make your nukers hit harder, and the most important thing about her is her aura, which increases ally speed in all battles. She can be really good option for you to progress in early game, especially in the arena. Also faction wars, she can help you clear waves in campaign. She's just a great early game support champ. I would personally not get her up to level 60. I would leave her on level 50. She's outclassed easily, especially when you reach mid game, but she's definitely worth building and getting up to level 50 in the early game. Now I want to talk about one champion that is actually a great debuffer, not so easy to obtain, but in case you have gotten her, man, you're lucky. We're talking here about Frozen Banshee. Alright, Frozen Banshee is one of the few champs in this game that are placing poison sensitivity with her A3, and poison sensitivity means that your target would get more damage inflicted by poison, which is very huge. She's a boss killer, and that poison sensitivity is very huge. She also increases ally accuracy in all battles, and I would personally recommend using this lady in your clan boss team, especially early on. Even towards late game, Frozen Banshee can be seen in unkillable clan boss team. So man, if you got her on the team, you are just lucky, because I'm level 53, almost 110 days in, and I still haven't got Frozen Banshee. I guess I'm just not lucky, not that lucky, okay? Unfortunately, the only way to get Frozen Banshee is from shards. She's not obtainable from anywhere, but you know, I just had to put her on the list because she's very good, especially for your starter team, if somehow you have gotten her. Now, moving on to the last champ on the list, who is from Demon Spawn faction, and we're talking here, man, about the good old Diabolist. Look at this little devil here. Diabolist is extremely good. She's a turn meter booster. Also, she places increased speed buff. She can help you with turn cycling, meaning your teams would cycle through their abilities faster. She can also potentially sleep your enemies. This is 10%, so the chances are very low, but they're still there, okay? Now, I want to say from where the other champs are farmable. So we talked about, we talked about the good old Spirit Host. So Spirit Host can be farmed from campaign during Forest. This is chapter 4, I believe. Yeah, chapter 4. We talked about Diabolist, War Maiden as well. So Diabolist can be obtained from farming 12-3 on the campaign, and getting back to War Maiden and Shield Guard, who can be easily obtained through farming the Deadlands. Stage 9. So the only champions that are not easy to obtain on this list are Frozen Banshee and Apothecary. Every other champ is very easy to get. Of course, there are alternatives on this champ. For example, we have the good old Valerie here, who is a great support champ, especially early on. Valerie has a great kit that can place shields. Also, she increases the attack of all allies. Another thing is that she has aura that increases ally HP in faction groups. And honestly, Valerie can be a part of your clan boss team. Also, when you progress through the game and you unlock Doom Tower, she can help you progress in some of the bosses there, so she really needs to be mentioned here as well. And finally, I was almost about to forget about this guy. Okay, man, he might be even more strong than Shield Guard, and I think he is. We're talking here about Armagar. Armagar is a great uncommon champ. he's very easy to get from shards, mystery shards specifically. So mystery shards are shards that we open every single day, so the chances for you to get Armagar are very, very high. Armagar is a great damage dealer. Of course, for that purpose and for him to work, you need to build him with enough crit rate, speed, accuracy, and defense. But honestly, Armagar is one of the best defense champs out there. He can easily help you in mid to late game as well, especially in Doom Tower against bosses like Dark Fae. Not only there, but in dungeons, specifically Ice Golem and Fire Knight. He can be your hidden gem against Iron Twins as well. So don't overlook this champ. He's definitely worth building. I would say even up to level 60. He's definitely worth it. So check him out if you have him. This team proves that you don't need legendaries to dominate early game. Just smart farming and synergy. Let me know in the comment section down below what your starter squad looked like. And if you're just starting out, I'm really hoping that this video helped you build your best team. If this video helped, make sure you leave a like, comment, and share with your friends. Also subscribe for the channel so you never missed out on another video. More beginner guides, shard pulls, and progression wins. Thanks for joining, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I wish you have an amazing day. Bye!